UFC 318 just took place 30 minutes ago. And I'm going to go through every fight on this card, giving my reaction, my breakdown to every fight on the card. I don't know why the UFC website is like this. But some of these I'm going to just run through, man. I got a little rant to start off, man. This shit, the prelims was fucking great, bro, until we got to this point. Until we got here. I'm a, whatever. Carly Judice versus Nicole Cagliari. Judice did good work with her knees up the middle, and it was so fucking obvious that she was going to get a knee KO in that third round. She kept hitting her with the knees up the middle. I missed the first 2 rounds. I didn't even fucking bother to go back and look at the first 2 rounds. I didn't care. She got a great KO late third round. Moving on, bro. Bruno Ferreira versus Jackson McVeigh. Bruno looked good in this fight. He started off really fast, and McVeigh didn't look like he could catch up. His thought about, like, the way he was going about the fight, it was like, okay, I'm going to keep this at range, and if he gets too close, then I'm going to clinch. But he got tagged and got hurt and then tried to grapple and then ended up on Ferreira's back. But he was way too fucking high up on the back, so then he just got shucked off and then dealt with on the ground. And then he got armbarred. Good win for Ferreira. I don't know why they gave. This is kind of a layup for him. This is a bit disrespectful too, seeing him as the second card of an early prelim. You know, give him a better stylistic matchup next fight and not just the complete layup. Moving on though, Ryan Spann versus Lucas Bursky. I don't know. Ryan Spann, man. Ryan Spann. I hear he's talking about going back down to light heavyweight. He doesn't know if he's fully committed to heavyweight after this fight. He's a fucking moron. He rushed Lucas Bursky as soon as the fight started and was getting everything he wanted. Everything he wanted landed. And then he just ragdolled him on the ground, threatened a million fucking chokes, and he got the finish. Moving on. Jimmy Crute versus Marcin Prachnio. This bothered me, okay? Because I picked Marcin Prachnio. I know I've been missing. I was sick for 10 days. I'm still a little under the weather, you know what I'm saying? I'm cold and shit. Just got done watching the fights. But this bothered me because Jimmy Crute in 2025 getting a submission victory. This is ridiculous. I kept having to hear how, Jimmy Crute almost retired after UFC 290 and back in 2023 or 2022, and he took some real willpower for him to come back. This shit was 2-3 years ago. No one gives a fuck, John Anik. But, the game plan was simple. You were too slow and not technical or creative enough to deal with Prachnio, as most people who know Prachnio's game knew that about Jimmy Crute. He couldn't play that, hanging outside game with Prachnio. He was getting hit a little bit and then got the takedown. I forgot how he got to the armbar, but he ended up getting to an armbar, and he was cranking the armbar for a cool 40 seconds. He might have broken Prachnio's arm. It was pretty bad. He got a victory, man. I'm trying to zoom through these prelims so I can go on my rant. Adam Fugit versus Islam Dulatov. Another layup. It's been a lot of those lately. It's been a lot of ups. I don't know what the UFC's matchmaking is lately. It's been a lot of mismatches. It's been a lot of seeing minus 350s, minus 400s, and shit like that. Dulatov got thrown a bone. He got thrown his easy assignment, and he got the KO. He's got decent check left hooks. He's got to work on choosing when to plant, because when he would plant, sometimes he would he planted one time to throw getting too overzealous, and then got swept off his feet with an inside kick. He's got to work on his leg kick defense a little bit, but I mean, he's a prospect. You know, what can you do? He got a left. It was a left hook, I believe. Yeah, it was a left hook KO on Adam Fugit. He got his fucking layup. Moving on. Atiba Gutierrez versus Robert Valentin. Another layup. I don't know what Robert Valentin's game plan was. It almost looked like a dive, but Gutierrez, I'm pretty high on Gutierrez, even though I know he's not 23 years old. He's got to be 30. But he seems like a really good prospect, so I'm not I mean, Valentin just, like, got, as soon as the fight started, touched gloves, getting pieced up, literally, as soon as the fight started like that. And he got hit, and then he was going like this, like urging him to come beat his ass some more. It was very odd. Yeah, he got dealt with in a minute. I literally said it. I was in a live chat, and I was like, yeah, this fight is ending. Incoming Gutierrez, 1 minute KO. And that's what happened. He got thrown a bone. Valentin should probably think about being cut for that shit. He's got warrior tats and all of that, and he's nah. It was not. It was not a good performance. Francisco Prado versus Nikolai Veretnikov. I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to look at this tweet that I made about Francisco Prado. Now, this is not the first time I've watched Francisco Prado fight. And every time I watch him fight, he sucks all the oxygen out of the card. Finish. 6 finishes in a row on this shit card. Everyone thought it was going to be shit. We get to Francisco Prado, who is a welterweight, and he's 5'9", 5'10", short, stocky, should be a featherweight or a lightweight. He can't, like in the first round, he's going for triangles. His leg, it's like, it looks like he wants to go for a triangle, or any other mixed martial artist in the right weight class would go for a triangle. And his legs are too short to finish the triangle. Look at this tweet. Prado's ass, man. Stop putting him on pay-per-views. His fights are exhausting as fuck every time. They are exhausting every single time. They're so boring. This fight was so low level. We saw that a lot on this card, a lot of low levelness. I feel like this is, women's MMA. This was over quick. It wasn't bad. This wasn't bad either, right? It wasn't bad. This wasn't bad either. We started off the card really, really well. But then we got here so low level. Like, Veretnikov is throwing. After the first round, they were both gassed. First round, you scored a Prado. And then, the next two, you scored a Veretnikov. But, I mean, they were exhausted after round one. You going for fucking spinning wheel kicks instead of doing a simple 1-2. It's just so, it's just so exhausting. Like, I didn't even want to watch it. It was so bad. It was very bad fighting. Looked so low level. He got the split decision. I thought he won clear 29-28. But moving on, this is where the real reaction and review starts. Marvin Vettori versus Brendan Allen. They had bad blood. This should have been on the pay-per-view over the opening fight of the card of the pay-per-view. But have decent fight. This fight wasn't too bad. But they start out swinging. Like, I didn't expect them to be swinging like how they were swinging. Brendan Allen's getting the better of the exchanges, I want to say. And then he also busted Vettori open in the first round with, I don't know, he busted his nose with I think it's just a 2. And then he took him down, was beating him up a little bit. He got back up. Vettori worked really well. He escaped a submission attempt. And then he got back up. And then Vittori's game, if he went to an MMA gym and learned MMA, he would be really fucking, he could be decent. He could be a prospect. But Marvin Vettori he has chin, 1-2, and he knows how to block. That's it. That's it. Um, this was, in my opinion, it was 30-27, but Brendan Allen, but every round was pretty close. Um, round two was just more 1-2s. Honestly, compared to what we've gotten in the past, it wasn't bad, but this was also a pretty shit low level fight. Nothing dynamic was thrown. Excuse me. Nothing dynamic was thrown. Nothing technical was thrown. Again, Marvin Vettori only throws 1-2s, and he was landing them, which proves how shit Brendan Allen is. Can't get his head off the center line. It's so obvious when Vettori's gonna throw something, and he doesn't lift his leg up to check a kick, to throw a leg kick, to throw a body kick, to throw a head kick. It's literally 1-2s the entire fight, and then a couple check left hooks, or not left hooks, a couple check hooks, check right hooks. And then from Brendan Allen, he looked really good in the first round, but then his stupid, dumbass brain, he wobbled Vettori a couple times. He hurt Vettori a couple times, especially in the first round. And then when you're doing so well on the feet, of course, you just immediately go for a takedown. Why not? You're Brendan Allen. Duh. But he's hurting Vettori, stinging him, and then he shoots for a takedown and gets his stuff. It's just so shit. I mean, he looked halfway decent. I don't know what else to say about that. Decent, man. This card was just like, I already knew it was gonna be ass, but it started off so good, and then it's just, I'm tired of seeing stupid matchmaking in low level fights. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. And then at the end on Twitter, I opened Twitter after the fight, and people are talking about Brendan Allen was wrong for shouting out his brother because the entire world revolves around knowing that Marvin Vettori's brother passed away recently. R.I.P. But Vettori's brother's in a wheelchair. Allen's brother's in a wheelchair, and he wanted to shout him out. Said he didn't want to lose in front of him. People are so fucking stupid. It's a shame. Moving on, Kyler Phillips versus Vinicius Oliveira. This, I don't know what the fuck happened here. 29-28, Vinicius Oliveira. It was very obvious. Kyler Phillips came out like a fucking rocket. Look. He came out like this as soon as the fight started. The first minute of the fight was Phillips on the front foot, just going crazy, bouncing around, landing, and he also dropped Vinicius Oliveira, whose hands were all the way at his waist. Just imagine Yuri, but with more Down syndrome. That's how low Vinicius Oliveira's hands were, and that's how bad his footwork was the entire fight. But Vinicius Oliveira is loading punches from his feet, very obviously telegraphed punches. Phillips did a good job of avoiding them in the first round for the first 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and then Oliveira started to get in the groove, but it was already too late because he had got dropped. Second round comes, he's got Kyler Phillips on the back foot the entire time. Kyler Phillips is throwing nothing. He's throwing spinning wheel kicks that are going He's throwing wheel kicks that are going over Vinicius Oliveira's head, and Oliveira doesn't even have to duck to, avoid them. He's just whiffing over the top of him. There was a knockdown in this round, yeah. He knocked him down really badly, actually. He knocked him down. He hit him with I think he was like coming in as Kyler Phillips was going back to the cage, and I think he hit him with a hook, or like a 3-2, and knocked him down and almost finished him. But Kyler Phillips scrambled and got back to his feet, and then they both were fucking exhausted, or they both looked gassed. Kyler Phillips looked noticeably, obviously tired, and then Oliveira looked tired but like in control. So very low level. I mean, Kyler Phillips did nothing. No like simple 1-2-3, 3-2, 3-2. You know what I'm saying? 1-1-2. No 2-3-2s. No, it was just bad, man. It was just nothing. It was very low level again. Another knockdown in this round. Who the fuck cares? Vinicius Oliveira. Like, I'm watching this, and I'm thinking, how is this top 15 in the world at the most skilled division in the UFC? Bantamweight and featherweight are the most skilled. Well, flyweight is the most skilled division. So bantamweight is 2 or 3. How is this the most one of the most skilled divisions in the UFC? And this is fucking 12 and 13 fighting or whatever they are. I don't know. Moving on, man. Manisha Oliveira will be okay. I mean, he's got that reckless, fun style, so it'll be fine. Kyler Phillips was just running away the entire fight, like frolicking his fucking stupid ass braids. Whatever, man. Moving on. Michael Johnson versus Daniel Zellhuber, opening up the main card in 2025. The Unk got it, bro. I'm really glad. I had Daniel Zellhuber winning this fight. For obvious reasons, like everyone else did. Michael Johnson won. Daniel Zellhuber does not. He's pretty ass, and I knew that going into the fight. I just thought that Michael Johnson was even asser because he's washed. But no, Daniel Zellhuber does not know how to throw anything but a one and a high kick and a body kick. He started off just blasting the body, which was his best attack, I want to say. Now, a lot of his strikes, a lot of his body kicks, rear body kicks, were landing for like the first 2 or 3, and then a lot of them were hitting the elbow. So that does a lot of damage to your shin. You know, if you felt one of those, you know, like that's not a good feeling. But I don't know, man. It's fucking Michael Johnson dropped this retard in the second round with they like reset, and as Michael Johnson just sat there and he was like, oh shit, boom, boom, and they just knocked him down. Couldn't get the finish. Third round, same shit, kick, high kicks this time. He's just blasting high kicks to the arm. Michael Johnson's blocking every one of them. That's all you know. That's all you have to know about the fight. Is Daniel Zellhuber is not dynamic at all. He's not even 30 yet. He might barely be 28, and he doesn't know how to throw anything but a high kick. He's throwing wheel kicks that aren't landing at all. This is so fucking bad. It's so annoying to watch. Like in my other reviews and breakdowns, in my reactions, I have more things to say, but the fights are so shit that's all I'm watching. That's like, and it's annoying because it's 12:54 a.m. and I'm just watching Daniel Zellhuber not have anything else to his game. After you throw your 110th high kick that gets blocked, don't you think you should clinch a little bit? Don't you think you should go for a takedown maybe against Michael Johnson of all people? It's just so low level. And then in the build-up, I have to listen to this over the new generation. And then I have to watch idiots gain thousands of followers on this platform and get thousands of people to agree with them and then go out and share their stupid opinion about how the new generation is so much better than the old. Well, no, they all have shit fighters. The old generation has shit fighters, just like the old generation has GOATs, just like they have their Dustin Poiriers, just like they have, you know what I'm saying, their guys who aren't quite champions, just like they have their fucking champions, just like they have their legends. The new generation is not better than the old generation. They're not. They're all dog shit. They're all ass, outside of a few of them. Moving on. Just like this, Danny Gay versus Patricio Pitbull. I want to run through this fast. I fucking hate Patricio Pitbull. I was so high on him. You can go watch my UFC 314 breakdown and my predictions. I was so high on Pitbull, I could have fucking swore he was going to beat Yair. This fight was so fucking boring. It's like Pitbull is like an autistic kid who can't get going. I thought Danny Gay won this fight. First of all, I thought he won. I thought he won 1-3. Yeah, I mean, first of all, the total strikes in round one, come on, bro. This is so bad. This is so bad, bro. This is so bad, bro. There was nothing in this fight. There was nothing. They looked like a mirror of each other. They both were either out of range or they were both throwing shit that wasn't going to land. I mean, he landed 10 strikes on 31%, 7 strikes Pitbull acts like he can't throw unless you're literally sucking his dick. He will not throw a punch at you. He threw a couple snapping, fucking whipping calf kicks Joe Rogan would have loved. It wasn't shit to do in round one, shit to marvel at all. Round two happens. Obvious Pitbull round. He got his takedowns going. He started building momentum because he wobbled. He wobbled Dan Ige, and he got some momentum. He got him up against the cage and was going to work. And then he went back to sleep after his little fury, which didn't really do much at all after that. Round three came. Ige badly at the start of the round. It happened at like 4 minutes and 20 seconds or 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Ige threw a kick. Pitbull goes. He kneels to fucking, I don't know what he was trying to do, duck a high kick. And he gets hit by the knee of Dan Ige and like takes a knee, and then Ige wins the round. I thought Ige won the fight, but you know, the UFC, the commentary let me know that they wanted Patricio Pitbull to win this fight. This shit was fucking ass, bro. This might have been the most boring fight on the card. Outside of Prado, that was the most boring fight on the card, for sure. Moving on, though. Fight of the night. Kevin Holland versus Daniel Rodriguez. I had Kevin Holland winning this fight 1-3. First of all, Kevin didn't look as good as... And Kevin's not that good at all, but Daniel Rodriguez sucks to me. So, but Kevin didn't look like how Kevin would normally look for some reason. Round one starts, D-Rod's doing it like Ronda Rousey punches. Kevin Holland is doing more Kevin Holland shit. He's not as being as dynamic as he normally is. He's like bouncing around, feinting the knee stomp. He's throwing like 3-2s and 1-1-2 or 1-2s, and you know he got wobbled. I can't remember if he got wobbled or if he took a knee in the first round. I know they didn't count it as a knockdown. Oh, they didn't count it as a knockdown. No, this is not right. This is not right. Yeah, that's glitched. No, in the first round though, D-Rod stumbled Kevin Holland, so I can see as to why the judges would have given him that. I believe he took a knee, but then he popped right back up and was fine. Round two happened, and round two was D-Rod's round. I don't know how he didn't get Kevin Holland out of there. He badly dropped Kevin Holland with a left hook, and then was going for the kill, and I don't know how he couldn't get him out of there. I mean, Kevin survived, but then he got up, and he still was wobbly. He still wasn't all the way there. Like, he got up. Fuck, I'm sorry. My bad. Kevin Holland got up, and his legs were still jelly. Everyone saw it. So I feel like D-Rod should have put a little more pepper on him, but it just he couldn't get him out of there. Round three came. Kevin Holland badly drops Daniel Rodriguez, and they're both so exhausted at this point that Kevin Holland is trying to. He tried to go for a submission when he could have just ended up like, I don't know. Holland should have just separated, stood him up, and then just punched it away, because him doing what he did fucked himself up. He went for an arm. He dropped him and then was raining down on him, and then D-Rod, turned to get out, and then he went for an RNC, which wasn't even an RNC, and then D-Rod ends up on full mount, easiest full mount of all fucking time, just getting the round back for himself, getting himself composed. Kevin bucks out, and then D-Rod's like literally walking to mount. It was just so bad. It was so low level. It was so like tired, just shit. Like how I am right now, it was just so dog shit. Daniel Rodriguez wins. Who cares? We could have saw Kevin Holland versus Colby Covington, but who knows? Too many media obligations anyway for Kevin Holland. To the co-main event, Paulo Costa, Roman Kopylov. Roman Kopylov is fucking terrible at fighting. He is. He's dog shit. Fuck Roman Kopylov. I just want to get this disclaimer out the way. Back in 2023, Roman Kopylov was one of my favorite fighters. I was so high on him. Oh, this is a prospect, blah, blah, blah. I was trying to, get him. I was trying to be the guy to know him before he got popping, you know what I'm saying? Because his striking was it was pretty. He picked his shots well. He did damage. His shit was fast. Then he lost to Fluffy Hernandez, who I despise with just every fiber in my being. I hate Fluffy Hernandez. And then that just made me realize how shit he was. And then I saw his Chris Curtis performance where he arguably was losing to Chris Curtis until he got that high kick or whatever he got. And then the ref stopped the fight early. With all that being said, Roman Kopylov, I don't know. First of all, Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa looked switched on this fight. He was throwing to the body hard like how he used to, blasting body kicks, rear body kicks, blasting those. He dropped Kopylov in the first or second round, one of the two. It was the first round, I believe it was the first round. Yeah, he knocked him down with a straight right in the first round. And then I thought he was going to gas himself out because he was like had him in a guillotine position, but not really. So then, like, while he was on top and kind of sprawled, he was being sprawled. So it was so weird. I thought he was going to gas his arms out. But then the round 2 comes. Paulo Costa was standing in front of this man with no consequences coming back at him. Roman Kopylov was throwing fast body kicks that he never took upstairs, not one time during the fight. Not one time during the fight did Roman Kopylov think, hey, I'm blasting this motherfucker's body in there quick. He can't even get there to block them. Let me go upstairs with it after I hit him with this. No. All he had was a jab, occasional 2, and a body kick that he stopped throwing when he got to round 3. He hurt Paulo Costa a little bit in round 3. He hurt him slightly. And then Paulo Costa, taunted him against the cage and was like, oh, yeah, come on. And then he just decided to throw nothing. He just threw nothing. He threw nothing at all. Paulo Costa was, taking the round off because he was up 2-0, taking the round off. And then he was, there to be hit. Roman Kopylov didn't do anything. He would jab. You can't fucking jab your way into a fight anymore. You can't. You're not Alex Pereira. If you're down 2-0, you can't jab your way into a fight. The single lone jab that you're throwing will not do enough damage to get you the fight back. If you're not throwing something through the jab, if the jab isn't setting up a jab for you to come across with a head kick or something, or a jab 2-3, or a fucking uppercut, a fucking 4-3-2 or some shit. Stop throwing jabs in the third round just to fucking fake pepper up a nigga face, bro. Stop fucking doing that. Roman Kopylov's a dumbass. All he did in the third round was throw jabs. He abandoned his body kick, which he could have used as a head kick, because I'm sure Paulo Costa was hurting from all those fucking body kicks that he was getting in the first round. And then Paulo Costa just ended up coming off the cage like, oh shit, you're not going to do nothing? Well, boom, boom, boom. I'm going to get the round back and I'm going to just steal it. 30-27, Paulo Costa. Good performance for him. Give Roman Kopylov a Tiba Gutierrez or something so he can get knocked the fuck out, honestly. It's such a shit low. It's just so pretty. Unless you're from Dagestan, you're not gonna be good as a Russian. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. If you're Russian and you want to be a kickboxer, you're not gonna be shit. You're not gonna be shit. Learn some grappling, little bro, because all that pretty ass striking you think you're doing is ass. It's gone. It fucking sucked. These niggas, bro. 1, 2, 3. This was a low level scrap though, so it was fun to watch. This shit almost put me to sleep, literally. Almost put me to sleep. This literally almost put me to sleep. I had to think about what the main event was. So we're gonna move on to the main event. Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway. Max Holloway schools Dustin Poirier. I thought 50-45. You know, I think the judges were being very lenient with the scoring because it was Dustin's last fight and Max clearly won, so they didn't want him to get skunked. I thought it was 50-45, 49-46. Two judges gave it 49-46. One gave it 48-47. Yeah, Dustin Poirier hasn't looked in his final form, or not his final form. He hasn't looked in his prime, and he hasn't looked that good since Conor, since Dan Hooker. So I knew that going into this fight, and that's why I picked Max Holloway. And Max also has gotten better, it seems like, since their last fight. And he's looked better recently than Dustin Poirier. Starting out round one, Max comes out looking fucking tough. He's looking fast. Dustin looks like he's got cobwebs on him. He looks like the moment's getting to him. Max knocks him down with a straight. I think it was a 1-2. I don't know what set up the 2, but a 2 knocked Dustin down. And to me, I don't know if it's just me, it looked like Max could have finished Dustin Poirier in that first round. It might have just been me. When I saw it, it looked like Max could have let some crazy ground and pound go, but he, out of respect, it was like, let me like not just finish him right now. That's what it looked like. But I was shocked when he got the knockdown. His power does look like it's getting better. It looked like it was in the early rounds. His power looks like it was translating. Max dominated the first round. Max Holloway shit, bouncing around, getting it. No, in the first round, actually, I'm going to say this. In the first round, which was Max's best round, he was taking the initiative. He was walking forward. And when he was walking forward, he would throw 6-7 punch combinations where he would just push Dustin back. And that's how he got the knockdown, because everything he was doing was so fast, and I'm not a fucking idiot. So let me get my shit off before you keep talking. He would be pushing him back on the front foot with so much to show Dustin, and so it was so different and diverse that, you know, it caught Dustin. He caught Dustin, and that's what happened in the first half of round 2. He knocked Dustin down in round 2, and then it looked like, oh my gosh, I mean, he's gonna finish him again. Or no, he didn't knock him down. I don't think he knocked him down this round. Yeah, he did. He did. My bad. No, he didn't. He didn't. He stunned him. That's why Dustin won that round. He stunned Dustin bad, and he was beating him up the entire second round. But then Dustin just knocks Max down with a right hook and gets on top, does some ground and pound, gets the round back for himself. You know, that's the only round that I think you can give him fairly. I mean, this fight wasn't the most exciting. Rounds 1 and 2 were the most exciting rounds. Round 3 was just... This fight wasn't the best either, bro. I'm fucking tired of the UFC, man. It's 1 o'clock, bro. I fucking work in the morning. Fuck the UFC's ass, bro. Damn. This fight wasn't that good. It wasn't. There were moments. Round 3 was just more Dustin Poirier Max shit, bro. Round 4 was the same shit. Round 5, Max let the dance the whole round 5. Dustin looked like he was hurt from all the punches to the body and all the kicks to the body and all the damage. Max was blasting body kicks, and he just looked like he hurt Dustin. And this is not good, bro. This shit was ass, bro. I can't. This shit was ass. This shit was ass. This whole shit was ass. This whole shit was ass, bro. I'm tired of spending my Saturdays watching the UFC. I'm getting tired of it, bro. Oh my fucking gosh, that shit was ass. This fight wasn't that good, bro. It was the same Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier shit. Max was running around the outside, technically running around the outside for rounds 3 and 4. You get to round 5, Max was on the back foot, peppering up Dustin. Dustin took a while to get going. Commentary saying he should probably let the tank go for his last round of his last fucking fight. He wasn't really throwing a lot. Max was evading well, fucking winning the entire round. Then they had their fucking BMF moment in the last 10 seconds. Point down, let's stay in here and throw. Dustin literally goes like this. Max is eating him up, so then Dustin goes to clinch. I understand why he clinched. I'm not a fucking dumbass. And that was the end of the fight. Dustin Poirier retires. I'm done. I'm done.